Hello, everyone. I am Mr. Salty, and you can see I'm recording with my phone to my computer screen because just to let you know, I don't have a way of just recording off my screen yet. I don't have one of the thingies. But I have an idea for a game mode. It's probably already been done, most likely, highly. But, anyways, I call the mode Cat and Mouse, but you can also call it like Hunter or Prey or Manhunt. Basically, it's a two-player game, but you can play single player. You just need a hunter from Half-Life 2 Episode 2, as it'll be a good stand-in. Anyways, the way this game mode works is one player is the hunter, the other is I, I guess the prey. And I don't know why I'm wearing my ghost mask. I'm not going to record my face in this. So, this is my mask. I was wearing it, but I just took it off, so you won't get to see that, though. What I look like without it. Anyways, so I got specific mods, and by the way, this is the map you want to play on. It's GM underscore abandoned tunnels. I for some reason stuttered. The reason I picked it is because it's generally just a very dark map. It's like a really dark map. Because if I go out here and just look, yeah, look at that, just pitch black. Anyways, since I'm recording with my phone, I had to do this all with one hand. This is the closest room, but I'll be explaining the game type. As I said, it's cat and mouse, hunter or prey, or manhunt, depending on how you want to call it. Preferably you play with two people. One person is the mouse, while the other is the hunter. Now, players as the mouse should only be able to have 75 health and 30 shield, which means they're very weak. And the hunters, on the other hand, will have 500 health and 200 shield, which makes them very powerful. As you're not meant to fight the hunter, you're more or less meant to just evade them or go as far away from them and just try and hide. And I just realized how am I supposed to equip weapons? I don't have a stand thing at all. Hold on, I'm going to use my phone to do this really quick. Alright. So on here I have, these are all the weapons and stuff I have. Preferably you want to have TFA weapons, specifically TFA Insurgency and possibly the Left 4 Dead 2 one. But you also want that Far Cry weapon, specifically the throwable knife, and the Half-Life 2 beta sweeps, along with night vision goggles. Also, for specific methods of this game mode, you're gonna also want a mod that allows you to slide, and a mod that allows you to lean, along with the Venomib, a thing that adds kind of slightly realistic animations, like I just did with the flashlight. Oh, by the way, in this game mode, you are not allowed to use the flashlight. I just forgot to tell you that. As the mouse, you have 75 health, 30 shield, and at spawn, you only get 10 throwing knives from the Far Cry weapons, and there's a specific thing from the beta weapon sweeps that the mouse gets. Specifically, this weapon right here, the IR F I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's just cool looking flare gun. Basically, the mouse will get that. They don't get the flare gun up here, but they get this one just below it. The IRIFLE. Ivu. But that's as close as you get to me pronouncing it. if I'm doing this, as you can see, like I said, I don't have a way to just record off my screen, so I'm using my phone to actually do that. Anyways, I just got the tool gun out. Preferably, you're going to want to have at least 500 rounds in this. Or at least 300. Actually, 300. Okay, going up to 500 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 510 rounds, and if you're wondering what this is, I did explain it, but it's basically just cool flare gun. Basically, this is how only light source the prey can use. I'm swapping mouse, prey, or the hunted. Those are the 3 terms you could use. As for the well, the person, basically seeker, hunter, or cat, as is a cat and mouse game type. Basically, this gun is just a cool flare gun. They can load pretty quickly. And like I said, you get that with 500 rounds. And you also get 10 throwing knives, which I have bound to the X key, which that's what it will look like. However, you don't want to just throw all of these because this will be one of the few weapons you actually get. And you can go and pick them up. Since I'm just displaying how, or explaining the game type. Good thing I can use the arrow keys to look around. Anyways, oh yeah, and, you're gonna want a night vision goggle mod. But also, if you go here to entities, you notice there's a couple extra medium rounds because I have another mod installed. It's not irrelevant, but Suit Charger Citadel, that's from campaign entities. You're going to want that specifically because that allows the hunters to get the 200 shield. Ironically, the Citadel Charger is not in base Gary's mod. Gary's mod. Anyways, like I said, hunters will have 500 health and 200 shield, and the cat, I mean mouse, the mouse, not the cat. The cat is the hunter. The mouse will have 75 health and 30 shield. As you're not supposed to fight the hunter, you're just supposed to run away from him or hide. Hide to the best of your abilities. As one of the other Venabib things, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's basically allows you to vault over things, which makes navigation of the map slightly easier. And I just completely failed that. Also, suit. You want to enable the HEV suit. You're going to want to enable that. You're going to want to have that enabled because you can't just sprint forever and just bunny hop all over the map. But like I said in the rules, you can't have the flashlight. The hunter and the prey cannot have the flashlight. However, the prey can acquire different weapons that, as you see, this room has multiple entrances and exits, which means a hunter can come in here, but if certain rooms only have a single entrance, or only can be accessed via windows via vaulting, that room will act as a safe room. Even if there's 2 windows and a door, there's hypothetically only one way in, which is through the door. Basically, the hunter cannot enter as long as there's not another way to get out. Windows are different. They don't count 2 entrances. They more act as exits. Meaning you can, from this room in particular, you can jump through the window and go out, but you can't turn around and just jump back in, as you can just do that infinitely and just evade the hunter. Meaning, if you have to go to a window, you can only go out, not in. And basically, not do that. You can't just jump through the window and turn around and jump back out, or back into the room. That is against the rules, and if you do that during the game, the hunter can just enter the room and kill you. And I'm gonna go to get some weapons really quick to basically demonstrate what the hunter loadout will be like. So basically, the hunter, even though I only have one grenade, can only have 2 guns, a handgun, and an assault rifle, which has the wrong attachments on it. Basically, the hunter, the scope is right and the suppressor is correct, but instead of the foregrip, you're going to want the underbarrel M203, and you want extended magazine and laser along with magnum ammo. That's the main primary. These are just demonstrations, but you could use these. These are TFA weapons. The Desert Eagle will basically just need 10% more damage, 10% more damage, 20% more recoil, 10% more spread. You're gonna want to equip the Deagle of Magnum ammo and extended mag, suppressor, and laser because you can't use the flashlight. And if I remember, oh right, I have this on. I forgot that mod. I do have a mod that lets me I think the quick grenades mod from the Vinamib. How do you pronounce that? I had it bound to one of these keys, but I don't remember which one it was. Hunters cannot use the throwing knives, but they can have at least 5 grenades. And also 1 melee weapon, as I mentioned earlier. Or might not have. But I have this, which is the like a fire axe or something. Does pretty good damage. They can use this weapon or a crowbar or stun stick. But preferably they want to have pretty much high damage weapons, along with night vision goggles, which I don't actually have. Oh yeah, and I found a neat way to do this. From the beta weapons, the prey can pick up only a single weapon, and that's the beta shotgun. Which, because if it's the retail shotgun, they won't have reserve ammo. However, they cannot spawn the shotgun in themselves, as they have to find the shotgun in specific areas. As areas with a single entrance, like there's a specific room on the map, which has a little like crawl area you can go into, get to crouch into, and enter a single room that has the only exit is back the way you came. I'm gonna try to note clip and find it. All right, and just underneath the map. Preferably, if you want a no clip to find the room, if you're underneath the map, preferably go in third person, not third person. Turn on the flashlight. It will cause this kind of white void effect. Anyways, that room is somewhere. There's that area. By the way, since that room only has a single door, that's a safe room, and I don't think you can walk through those. I tried pushing the buttons on the wall; they didn't do anything. But where's that? There's that little room. I was messing around in there last night. Gotta be somewhere around here. It's like a little small room that I found by accident. Where are you? This map's actually pretty small. I thought it was bigger. Says every woman ever. Damn it. I mean, crap. Somewhere around here. Oh, I see it. It's right there. basically, in this room right here, since this room only has that way in and there's no other way out, this is a safe room, and in here can be supplies. At least 3 or 4 supply crates, beta shotgun. If you're wondering if I heard me swear, I did. I mean, if SCP-40K can do that on his shorts, and plus, my videos aren't set for. My videos are set on not made for kids, meaning hypothetically I could swear. Anyways, since that's the only way in right there, and the only way out, the hunter cannot enter but can loiter outside. I forgot to mention that. If there's only a single way into a room, the hunter cannot enter unless the guy is being a douche and just jumping in and out of the windows. He can enter, but he can generally wait outside and only act once the individual leaves. But however, since I mentioned they can have 5 grenades and also have, they can only use explosives to try and lure someone out of the room, which is why I had the this one equipped with the underbarrel grenade launcher. It can help flush out the prey, and since the prey has a much lower health than the hunter, you preferably don't want to be in a room too long unless you want to get blown up and lose. The way the rounds would work is for 3 rounds, one person is the mouse and the other is the cat. And then after 3 rounds, it will swap, and the person who was the hunter will become the prey, and the person who was the prey will become the hunter. Basically, 3 rounds each, and you can go on indefinitely if you want. If you're wondering how to access this, you would just hold down the E button and hit the trigger, and you'll bring up the grenade launcher. Hold down again and hit the trigger, and you'll bring up the standard fire mode. You can get a leaning mod. Also, if the map does have doors, see I have the Alt key right here? I have a mod that adds a kicking feature and drop kicking. It's known as S-Mod Kick and Drop Kick. It shows some Dying Light footage as the display. But preferably get that one in particular compared to other ones because it can kick doors off the hinges, which is kind of cool. And I only know how to bind it to the Alt key. Also, to the slide, if you have the sliding mod, it's sprint and just hit control. Basically, you sprint and then crouch to slide. And other than this room, there was that room with the kind of energy walls. In there, you can find one other weapon prey can use. However, they cannot acquire more ammo for those weapons. They can't spawn them in. I was originally going to adjust the rules so that the hunter can spawn in 4 NPCs to help them, but I realized that's kind of dumb. Anyways, in this room in particular, since it's quite big and you can't actually leave through those, I tried. Yep, you can't go through them. There's these 2 buttons over here that did nothing when I pushed them. Yep, and nothing happened. And well, in this room in particular, the prey can acquire this, the SMG2 from the Half-Life 2 beta sweeps. They have to pick it up manually. They don't spawn with them. And any ammo that's already in the gun, such as already in the mag and in reserve, is the only ammo they can ever get unless they find ammo, which would have to be spawned on parts of the map as a little scavenger part. The alternate fire is just a burst. By the way, I think the beta shotgun, yeah, it has the same as retail. It just spawns with reserve ammo. It also looks kind of cool. I like the way this one looked. That's why I picked the beta weapons in particular. They just look cool. Basically, Prey can acquire. Where's my mouse? There it is. They can get the SMG2 or MP5K, and where is it? Right here, the beta shotgun. They can acquire those two as the only weapons. And like I said, they spawn with the IF or ifri. How do you pronounce that? Literally, how would you actually say that? That's IRIFLE. How do you pronounce that? I mean, there is the standard flare gun. Shares the same ammo. But it has a slower reload, which is why I changed it to this one. Because it reloads quickly like that. It just gives the Prey or the mouse a slight edge. And if you actually want to do this game, you're going to have to set up the map. I'm going to have to quickly go into NT. Put 2 beta ammo. Okay. So I believe the SMG2 uses small rounds, I think. I think it uses this one, and well, that's the ammo for the shotgun. That is not a battery, it's for a different weapon that you can't use. And flares. You can find flares around the map. Oh wait, what if the Okay, I don't know what ammo the SMG2 uses. Anyways. If you're wondering what mod I had that had medium ammo show up, it's just a mod that adds this. Originally, I was gonna give the hunters the ability to use slams, but I took that away. But I'm actually kind of thinking that'd be actually neat for gameplay. As if the hunter sees the prey, it will have a pattern. As there's specific things the prey can pick up and the prey cannot pick up. Basically, the hunters can pick up stuff, ammo for basically standard things. Like since they have the Desert Eagle as their handgun, they can pick up the Magnum ammo and the AR2 ammo because the TFA weapons share the same ammo as standard Half-Life 2 and the SMG grenades. However, beta ammo in particular is the ammo for the Prey. So 12 gauge flares and possible small or medium rounds. It's either this one or this one for the SMG2. This one is just the flares for the IFR rifle. And that's just for the beta shotgun. And when I was talking, the Prey gets 10 throwing knives. They can find them around the map, but the hunter cannot pick them up. Basically, we'll have items dedicated to hunters and prey, and a specific mod you're going to want is another Venomib mod. Another Venomib mod. That is the manual pickup, meaning you have to physically push the interact button, which is whatever you bind it to. For me, it's just bound to E. And you can pick them up. That way, you don't accidentally pick up a hunter equipment. It makes it easier for both sides. And like I said, the hunters will also have night vision goggles, which supposedly should not run out of battery unless the mod they have that gives them the night vision has a battery limit. It shouldn't. The one you should probably use is the MW 2019 night vision goggles, as they look kind of cool. But if you're wondering where I got the specific weapons for the hunter, it's TFA Insurgency, and it was the AR-15 and the Desert Eagle. Then go to TFA Left 4 Dead and get the Talos axe. Those are some of the things. However, if you don't have those mods, you can just use the hunter, the Magnum, and the SMG and either a crowbar or a stun stick. And slams. They can use slams now. I just decided that. As if the hunter sees a pattern where the prey goes, they can use the slams to try and mess them up. I was going to get the hunter's gravity gun as well. If you go in the combine, ignore almost all my NPC mods. But they can, I was originally going to give them the turrets. They can pick them out, but the turrets would also attack them. So I decided against it. I realized I don't know how to get combine enemies to be friendly with you unless you have ignore players on for just the hunter, which would make it unfair for the prey. It has to be fair, but also challenging. But if you do want to mix things up, the only combine unit you should be allowed to spawn is a Metro Cop with either the stun stick or just the 9mm equipped. They can't have anything higher than that. And only the Metro Cops because they're the weakest, and I'm just going to quickly hit ignore players and spawn one in. Oh yeah, I have the VJ base on, so they can spawn with those. I just have it equipped because I was doing something on a different map. Basically, only stun stick and 9mm are allowed. And reasons Metrocop is because they die immediately from the throwing knives. As if I were to take a combine soldier instead, like this IKEA one. Ignore the fact that I have IKEA soldiers. See, it'll take more knives to. It takes two. It'll take two to, do the thing. That's why it's Metrocops specifically, because they go down the fastest from throwing knives. And remember, prey are only allowed 75 health and at least 30 shield. So only 30 shield. Oh yeah, I have a mod that gives me a PCV vest voice installed because I like the sound of it from Prospect. This is a bit of a hot take, but Prospect was actually a good mod. It was actually a pretty good mod. I liked it. It's better than the Hunt Down the Freeman. We all agree that. Pretty good mod. Kind of like how COD Ghosts was quite literally, in my opinion, the last good Call of Duty game. COD Ghosts was awesome. And people gave it a lot of hell. I feel bad for COD Ghosts. Like, people in Call of Duty always complained about the games feeling the same. And the one time Infinity Ward, kind of one time, they kind of broke their standard tradition quite a few times, but when they made COD Ghosts, they were like, well, the fans want something different, so let's give them something different. The fans hated it and gave Call of Duty Ghosts a lot of criticism that I think it didn't really deserve. It was actually a good game. The story was good. I loved Extinction. Multiplayer was my favorite because it was the fastest paced one. The DLCs were cool too. I liked the trailers. Those were fun. A lot of the Call of Duty trailers on the Call of Duty YouTube channel are like, it can't be watched unless you're on the Switch. You can actually watch videos on the Switch. The specific ones, basically ones that are either like age restricted or demonetized, and you can't watch them. On the Switch, if you click on those ones, if you have an account on there, like if you used your email to sign in on to YouTube on the Switch, it'll ask you if you wish to proceed to the video, which obviously say yes because it's a video you want to watch. Anyways, I was getting off track. When I started talking about things I liked. Basically, only Metro Cops with either 9mm or stun sticks. Those are the only two they can have, and they're the weakest enemies that you can spawn in. But don't spawn too many where you can get overwhelmed. That has to be fair but challenging. Therefore, you can have a lot of them, but not too much of them. Like if you have too much, and you might die too quick because you only have 75 health and 30 shield. Plus, just consider the Metro Cops a third party, basically not with the hunter or the prey. They're hostile to both. So the hunters can fight the Metro Cops, but might want to work with them. Okay, just hold down E. This is kind of what it looks like when you do the thing. You can use any weapons you want. Like you can change the SMG from Half-Life 2 to the AR2 if you want. You'd have to have the alternate ammo though, but I wouldn't recommend the AR2. I recommend the TFA weapons. Plus, you don't have to hold down the iron sight. You can just push it. Like that. Also, bunny hopping is not allowed. You cannot do that in the game mode. I just call the game mode like cat and mouse. It's the one I've been going with in my head. Also, if you're wondering why I have... forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, suppressors. There's suppressors on these. That is to basically make it harder. It makes it more challenging for the prey. Oh wow, Gib ammo's got a lot of recoil. You also have extended mags to increase the ammo capacity. The lasers are just to help you aim. Also, in this, you cannot use the tool gun or the fizz gun. You cannot use those. You can't use them because you can do stuff like this. But the game mode cat and mouse is probably already been done, like I said, like near the beginning of the video. Okay, I just want to quickly see if I can get the door to come off the hinges with the SMod kick and drop kick. Did I do it? No, just kicked it open. Oh. Yep, I got it off the hinges. You can do that with the specific mod. And I can show you the ones I have. Most of these you won't need. Alright, I have abandoned series. Oh, by the way, ignore these Wolfenstein stuff. I was messing around in Gmod. I wanted to see if I can turn Half-Life 2's campaign into Wolfenstein. The best I could do is these guys, basically Wolfenstein replacements and just voice replacements as well. But you can see I got a lot of mods. But ones you're going to want in particular are going to be this one right here, Simple Leaning. That's what the little thing looks like. Oh yeah, if you ever have this mod, you can't use it. The barricades one, you can't use that. Also, if you stay in a specific spot for way too long, the hunter can enter the inaccessible areas to them. And here's one of them, the Benamib throwing knife sweep, and it's basically just Far Cry. I have this. You can use this if you want. It just makes it kind of hard to hear. It's best played with headphones. Okay, let's see here. Nothing on this page. This one right here, Half-Life 2 Beta Weapons Pack V2. You're gonna want that one. Ignore most of my stuff. Okay, just gotta find the next ones. Alright. You're gonna want this one, the TFA Talos Axe re-uploaded. Apparently a lot of the TFA add-ons got like deleted or something. Yeah, and most of them are now re-uploads. You're gonna want this, the Venamib base. You can have contextual animations and the door interaction. You're also going to want the quick slide and the quick slide with legs. It just looks cooler. And if you want, you can have this one. The Black Ops 2 zombie style death animation. You can have that one to kind of make it look cool. And you want the TFA AT AR-15. And oh, I missed it. I'm gonna have to quickly go back. Where is it? It was back one more. What the? Okay, I lost track of the Desert Eagle add-on. I don't know where it went. But anyways, you're gonna want the TFA Desert Eagle. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Here it is. You're gonna want the TFA ATIMI Desert Eagle, the 50 cal. And here it is, TFA S-Mod Kick plus Drop Kick. You're gonna want that one as well. And maybe the Pipe Wrench one. And you also obviously need the TFA base. And you can also enable these ones to get at least a few more melee weapons if you want. But those are the add-ons you're gonna need for the map, other than the night vision goggles, which I do not have, therefore I cannot show you. Okay, you can get one of these night vision goggle ones, except this one. This one sucks. I used it before. Loading, load faster. Load faster so I can show my viewers. Anyways. Okay, this just made it worse. If I would have to just say on a whim, I would go with this one. Yeah, just go with this one here. MW 2019 inspired night vision goggles. And oh wow, this is like 40 minutes long. So I'll be signing off right now. And goodbye.